So, YouTube, we are back for our daily football fix here on my channel, Danester. I thought I'd start off having a look at the Premiership because we haven't really looked at the Premiership with my team, West Brom, being down in Division 1. So, I thought we'd have a look. Obviously, Man United probably did win the season that year anyway. So, they're on form too. Villa did have a good side back then. There was a season where I think Villa and Norwich finished up there. That might have been a little bit earlier, though, about 93, 94 or 92, 93, the inaugural Premiership seasons. Wimbledon are the surprise package up there currently at the moment. Liverpool and Chelsea lining fourth. I think Chelsea used to finish about sixth. Leeds, Newcastle, West Ham seem to be doing well. Arsenal not having a great season. Would Wenger have been in charge then? I think Wenger would have been the manager then, wouldn't he? See if we can find out general info. Arsene Wenger was the manager, yeah. So they're not doing great. Derby County are up there. Sheffield Wednesday at 11th. Bolton not doing too bad. I'm just about to get to Mighty Spurs. They're obviously languishing. Blackburn, Tottenham are down in 14th. I am tempted to sign Ian Walker. Is he playing? He's playing pretty much every game, so I'm not going to get him. He's not going to come to West Brom. Leicester, Everton, Southampton, and bottom three, Coventry are having a terrible season. Barnsley and Crystal Palace. So, with that said, we'll have a quick roundup of yesterday. Our last few results, we went on a little bit of a good run. We beat Swindon, Bury, drew to Sunderland. Drew to Bury, drew to Sunderland, and then we beat Sheffield United in the last game. So hopefully we can go on a little run. We're one game. When we play Crewe, we've played 23 games, so they'll be halfway through the season. So hopefully in the next couple of days we should finish the first season. That's the big fixture I'm looking for. We need to be beating Wolves on the 6th of December. So, as Big Mike would say, without further ado, we'll move on and we'll hopefully get to our first game. Yandal Tomlinson, he became a very good player after he'd Marden has picked up enough bookings to have to serve a ban. Luckily, it's the week before the Wolves game, so he should be back for the Wolves game. Because anyone who's been following will know that Marden has been having a very good season. We'll check out Division 2. We'll check out Division 2 on the 45-minute mark. And then we will check out Division 3 on the just before we go. Morning, Rob. How are you today, mate? You all right? We'll check out the mighty Leicester side in a couple of games' time as well, because Rob's a Leicester fan. Paul Holmes, Oxford. Yeah, let's accept because he don't fucking play anyway and he's shit, so he can go. Reading, yep, fuck him off. I don't want him. Rather he went to Scarborough, to be fair, because I don't think they're in our division. Blackburn Rovers have signed Chris Holland from Birmingham City. Mighty Foxes never quit. Yeah, I'm not too bad, mate. I've got to pop down the local Boots in once I've finished this stream, fetch some prescription for the old man. He's woke up with his vertigo back today. He's only started suffering with that in the last couple of years. He don't like fucking going up scaffolds or nothing like that. So let me just check my formation. Yeah, we moved Hamilton up from playing defensive mid to a normal midfield role. Everyone else is pretty much as been all season, so we'll kick off the first game. Morning, Lee. How's it going, mate? For those of you who don't know, I'm pretty sure that Platinum Gamer Movies, it might be Tony, I'm not sure. If it's Tony, I want you to do a live stream in the next couple of days because we've not seen you, Tony. I was worried you'd got COVID-19. So did you all watch the stream last night that I did with Craig Turner and Ant Harper? That's a good start. Going in the first 15 minutes. Andy Hunt again, he's been banging him in. Miss me. All right. Sorry, Rob. Did I not say you were on when I was looking at the mighty Spurs not doing too well? I saw you come in there. I did forget to say hello. This stream's easier for me to run the comments, to be fair. When it's on a night and there's 20 odd of you in there, I can lose my mind. And sometimes if I tag a comment, it doesn't automatically go back to scrolling down, so I can miss them. Fucking handball. I've never known a game that generates so many fucking handballs. So we're going to have to sacrifice a striker. So Raven's going to have to come in at centre half. What I'll do is I'll drop Sneaks and Hamilton to more of a flat midfield. And we'll put Hunt as a lone striker. Hopefully we can do what we did against Sheffield United in the last game and hold out. That's two red cards in 2 games. That's a great sort of response. Excellent stream. Yeah, I thought it was different getting Ant and Craig on, both very, very knowledgeable of gaming and both been around the scene a lot longer, certainly, than myself. So we're 2-0 up at half time. We're down to 10 men. There's not a lot. Dele Adebola, I actually know someone who played against him in youth team level. It was the guy who used to run the academy that I used to coach for. He played against Dele Adebola. And when Dele Adebola moved down to play for Blues, they actually used to hang out. He was quite a nice guy. Kenny Lunt, he's got a name that rhymes with Fanny. Steve, how's it going, mate? I forgot to fucking send you the link again. I need to... See, it's pissing me off, really, about this with the streams not coming up on YouTube. Obviously, the Gebs and anyone who's fucking obviously paying for this YouTube Premiere, I'm assuming it is, their streams seem to go out, like, to everyone. Whereas I'm having to send out links, which I hate doing. I hate people who spam YouTube channels. And I certainly don't want to do it myself. But I know there's a few of you who like watching. So what I'm going to do is get like a little list of people who I'll send this out to, so I'm not fucking constantly pestering everyone. But yeah, no, Craig's a top guy. Very opinionated. Very honest as well. That's why I like Craig. And Ant is just a general all-round nice guy as well. Andy Hunt, I'm going to bring him off. I'm going to bring Quayle on. He's going to fucking fume because he was on an hat-trick. Fuck him, he ain't having an hat-trick bonus. Got to save the club some money. You get 30 days free, try it. What's that YouTube? I just don't know what it is, because obviously Kevin Wolford's been having the same problem. So has Kieran. Game Boys are awesome. And it's just not been sending them out like to people who might want to watch, which is a little bit shit. But it does that with my big stream on a night. But luckily, I think there's enough people who know that I go out like at the time I do. I've got 2 guests on tonight, so I'm all right for a day. I normally try and only source it out a day in advance. So this is going to be a good start. A 2-0 win at home with 10 men. Hopefully, I think, I'm not going to say it, but I think we could go for a little fucking playoff push here with this side, which would be a massive achievement, because the actual West Brom team got nowhere near getting to the Prem until the 99-2000 side. I was saying last night, me and you started at the same time on here, Dana. You had the same channel since then. Yeah, Tony, you've had a few channels since then. I think if you just stuck with Electronic Collector, you'd be doing really well now on the tubes. No ads when you watch is one thing. To be honest, if I got to 1,000 subs, I don't think I'd bother putting ads on. As I say, the only reason I want to is I can't stream from my phone because I've not got 1,000 subscribers. They took that away from us a couple of years ago. So, like, you know, you can't do streams on the fly when you're out, which is a little bit shit because, you know, if I went to, not say like Arcade Club, but say if I went on holiday somewhere and I saw a few nice arcade cabs, I've got that took away from me. No, that's a different Bob Taylor, that is. That's Robert Taylor. He's still on here at someone, Steve. That Bob Taylor went to Bolton, then come back to the Albion, and then went to Tamworth, got a driving ban, and he now lives in Stourbridge and goes on the piss every weekend near me. It's really surreal because, like, you know, he was an icon for me as a kid. And now you can go in the local fucking Batham's pub and Bob Taylor's there. That Robert Taylor, he went Gillingham, Man City and Wolves. We were linked with him, which was Really weird. We were going to replace Bob Taylor with Robert Taylor. Griffo, how's it going, mate? You all right? Yeah, that Robert Taylor, he banged them in for Gillingham, and I'm pretty sure he either went Man City Wolves or Wolves Man City, and he was a complete flop. And he went for above $1 million, which was considerable back then. I'm lucky I'm playing this because I do know most of the players around there. This is the kind of era I was massively into football as a kid. So let's have a quick look at the Leicester team. Casey Keller, he was a good goalkeeper. Peggy Arfexad, I think you're going from Liverpool. Kevin Poole, he must be about 100. Dario Simic, Spencer Pryor. Matt Elliott, is he the one who could play up front and at the back? S. Campbell, that's Stuart Campbell, don't know who he is. I was going to say it's not fucking Sol Campbell. That's Sam McMahon. I was going to say Steve McMahon would be fucking old. Let's find Darren Eady. He was a great young player. He was. I'm surprised he's not. Oh, they've just signed him. That's why. He went to Leicester though in real life, and I don't think he did as well. Muzzy, is it? What a great little player he was. I think he became a Turkish international in the end. Old Muzzy, is he? Someone tells stories about him on, because I watch a podcast. If any of you are bored and you want to listen to a good podcast, it's called Under the Cosh. It's run by John Parkin, the Beast, John Parkin. Michael Bridges on there and another guy, and they interview like ex-pros, but it's more like this sort of ex-pros, not like your superstars, but like your grafters, like Neil Shipley's on there. There's Andy Johnson, who used to play for West Brom, is the best one to watch, and it's all just about footballers getting pissed in the 90s and the early 2000s. Steve Guppy. Is that Graham Fenton? We signed him, or we had him on loan. West Brom did. Yeah, fucking hell, ages ago, 93, and I still remember that. I'm sure we had him on loan a second time, actually. Steve Claridge, the journeyman. He's not been to many teams yet, but he does after this. He's not forever. Tony Cote and Ian Marshall. Ian Marshall's the one I'm thinking who could play centre-half, not front. So, yes, that's the Leicester side. We'll have a game, and we'll have a look at the Villa side in a bit. Ian Marshall, he had a right mullet when he was at Oldham Athletic, was he? So, Fingy's got his ban, Marden, so he's not in for this game. We've lost Murphy to suspension. Oh, no, Murphy's ban's not come through yet, so we'll put Matt Carbon in for Marden. That could be a mistake. Everyone else pretty much picks themselves at the moment. So, who is it we've got? We've got Stoke. Now, we beat Stoke away, which is massively rare for West Brom in this time. If we can do the double over them, that would be superb. Don't forget to look at Inter. Yeah, I'll see if I can get to the Italian teams, but this is purely the English league I've got loaded at the moment. So unless they pop up playing an English team, I'm not sure. Oh, they've had a player sent off. I was just reading the comments. Villa youngster Fenton. Yeah, I think that's who we had him on loan for. Yeah, Peggy Arfexad, the goalkeeper. Didn't he used to wear tracky bottoms or like proper goalie bottoms? He was one of those keepers. Who scored that? Oh, own goal. I'll take that. Community tabs means... I've missed that comment again on it. The only problem I've got here is I can't actually exit the game and highlight the comment. So if I miss a comment, I do apologise. Let's bring off Hunt because he's not having a great game. And we can drop this Williams here because he's more of a forward than a striker. So a lot of red cards going in. There'd hardly been any red cards, and now I've had 3 in 3 games. So, but we'll take a win over Stoke. Didn't they have Ronaldo back then? I think they probably did have the proper Ronaldo, not Cristiano back then. Inter, to be fair, Inter would be my Italian team. I used to always buy Inter jerseys. My uncle, he's actually Italian. He's the one who got me into football as a kid. He took me to my first West Brom game and everything. Because when he came over from Italy, he used to go to the Albion with my granddad, who I never met. because my granddad was old and he didn't want to go to the Albion on his own. So my Italian uncle adopted West Brom as his team, and he was a season ticket holder for about 20 years. I mean, he's 80 now, but he took me to my first West Brom game as a kid. And his Italian team was Inter, although he was born in Florence. And he has a massive hate for Juventus, because whenever I used to talk to Juventus about him, because I'm a big fan of Gigi Buffon. He called their nickname's the old lady, but he calls them the old witch. So that's just a little story I thought I'd tell you. But yeah, if it wasn't for my uncle, he took me to my first West Brom game ever, because the old man used to work all weekend, so he never got to go to the football. So my uncle took me. I want to play this on my Mac, but my Mac's a wanker. I've got this. This is running on. Well, I've only got a Mac now, so this is running on my Mac. So it should be easy enough to do. I can send you the link on Facebook later. Lee Retro Gamer Addict put it out, and then I downloaded it. And I thought I'd set up this little stream. So I'll see if there's a way to access the foreign teams now. Let me think. We'll have a look at the Villa first, because I know Steve's in Bosnich, great goalkeeper. I thought it was brilliant. What who was the manager? Graham. Who was the manager at Villa? I bet he's the manager now. John Gregory, right. Basically, what happened is Bosnich agreed his move to Man United. I don't know if it was a year or 6 months before, when the Bosman ruling first came in. So all Gregory said, well, fine, if you're going to go to fucking Man United, you're not going to play for the Villa. And he didn't make him train, and that's why he turned up at Man United in the fucking state he was in, because he just sat at home eating fucking kebabs and sniffing cocaine. Simon Grayson. Abel Xavier, you must have signed him from Oviedo. He's not even been to Middlesbrough yet. He's the one crazy. Steve Staunton, Alan Wright, Chris Perry, you must have signed him as well, yeah, from Wimbledon. He played for the Albion at the end of his career. Ugo Egiog, Ricky Shimika, Ian Taylor, Gareth Southgate when he could play every position, Mark Draper, that's a great signing. Matt Letitia from Southampton, Julian Joachim, Dwight York, Lee Hendry. He up until about 3 years ago was still playing Sunday League in the Dudley. It was in the Sandwell League. He was still playing. Stan Collymore, Darren Byfield. He was recently sacked as manager of Alvechurch, the club that I used to coach the under-16s for. Nice chap, but he ain't got a clue at that level. And Savo Milosevic, who everyone used to take the piss out because he could hardly score. In fact, he's not doing great this season for the Villa, although the Villa are second. So if I click on someone like Man United, if I look at their fixtures, they may have played, and they've played Bayern Munich. Yes, I need to look out for if someone plays Inter Milan, and then I'll be able to click on Inter Milan and look at their side, I think. So we'll move on to the next fixture. We've won 2 out of 2. That was a convincing win over Stoke then. Alan Wright used to play fullback. I remember back in the day in the Premiership, your left backs and your right backs used to score some right belters. Who was the one at Tottenham? Was it Stephen Carr? He used to really get forward, and he had a right shot on him. Savo missed a lot of shots. I've still not got manager of the month. Roy Evans has won it again. Joe Royals won it again. Plymouth Jones, is that? Let's have a look. Mick Jones, it's not. I thought it might have been pulled out. Hull must be running away with this league, because fucking he's won manager of the month for 3 months on a row. So he'll be getting a big job soon, I'd have thought. Hamilton suspended. Joe Jordan sacked. He's normally assistant to old Harry Redknapp. He's a right fiery fucker. Was that Stephen Carr's belter? Oh, he scored 2 against 2 good sides as well, man. I'll admit, I've one of the best players I've ever seen play football is Thierry Henry. I used to go to watch Liverpool with my mate Rick, because his sister, while she was having a baby, couldn't go and watch Liverpool, obviously. And he was a Liverpool season ticket holder with his sister. And I used to go up and watch, and I was lucky enough to watch Man United, Liverpool, Liverpool, Arsenal, and I watched Liverpool play the worst Sunderland side I've ever fucking seen in my life when Mick McCarthy was in charge. But when here's a chance to go on Inter Milan, I think. Is it? Oh no, it will not let me click on Inter Milan for some reason. But anyway, Liverpool were playing Arsenal. I remember Jamie Carragher was at the back, and Henry was just running at him, and Carragher seemed absolutely petrified. Like the pace of Henry actually running with the ball, I've never seen anything like it. It's like he glided on the pitch. Absolutely superb. The best passer of a ball I've ever seen is Frank Lampard. I've seen Gerrard. I've seen all the others. Frank Lampard's range of passing from short to long is second to none. That's my honest opinion. I've never seen a better player come up the Albion and play football and knock the ball around. These done me 1-0 last time, so I need revenge here. It'd be nice to get a win in front of the Wolves fans as well. They've got Sagas in goal, so I've got a chance. Someone might have slipped him a tenner. It seems to be all West Brom at the moment. Darren Anderton, what a great player. I used to love Darren Anderton. Unfortunately, he went to the fucking Wolves towards the end of his career. Was his goal against Leeds the one in off both posts when he hits it on the volley? Or was that for England against Sweden? And he fucking hits it and he hits the one post, hits the other and then goes in. 0-0 at half time. It's a real tight game. We're probably shading it on chances, I'd have thought. Oh, you're only 34. You look older than me. I'm 37 this year. In November, if we ever get there. Dirty bastards have injured Taylor. Right, so I'm going to bring the kid on. Ryan Williams. We signed him earlier in the season. He's got a couple of goals. That was for England, like you say, mate. I think it was against Sweden, that goal, Darren Anderton. He used to score some absolute belters, though. He used to sit out most of the season for Spurs and then just come and play for England. But he was a very, very good player. He got no top lip either, if I remember, Darren Anderton. I'm just concentrating here because the Wolves are getting on top of me. I don't want to fucking lose to them again. I'll take a draw. As long as they don't go above me. If I get playoffs above the Wolves, that would be great. So how are you all coping? Steve, are you still at work today? They're still making you go in? Let's go. I've seen it. Spurs was Danny Rose against Arsenal. What's he called? Spurs had Robbie Keane. He used to bang in a few goals. He was from Wolves, weren't he? He was an ex-Wolves player. I'm assuming he's not on this game, though, because Robbie Keane's probably too young to be on this game. Kevin Muscat, he's a dirty fucker in real life. If you look... Oh, you absolute cunt. Who scored that? Hughes. I don't even know who that is. Robbie Keane played for Inter in 99. Yeah, did he go Wolves, Coventry, Inter... Then he went to... Oh, that'll do. Then he went to Spurs. Liverpool Spurs, weren't he? Did he go to Liverpool? Why do I think he played for Liverpool? Am I getting that wrong? Am I getting mixed up with Crouch? Oh, no. I hope she gets better soon, Steve, to be honest. It seems there's a couple of people on the tubes who seem to be not well. Obviously, you were on the stream the other day with Sega Saturn Lad when he wasn't well. Game Zone Birdroom, he's massively suffering. I think he's got COVID-19. So I just hope there's fewer people I know get it. Miller's got man of the match and he's had a few man matches. I'll take that. We were the much better side. They had some good performances. We definitely had the first half, that's for sure. He did, and then back to Spurs. Yeah, I thought he went to Liverpool. Was he only at Liverpool for like a season or something like that? Also went to America on loan. Oh, yeah. I remember when he come back on loan again for the Villa, because that's when we played them. I'm almost wishing I'd played my first champ manager now, the 99-2000 season. Fucking 6 weeks with a hip. Dirty bastards, man, the Wolves. I bet that was Muscat. We're doing all right, though, man. 6th in this division for Albion. Would have been dream world as me as a kid. We were usually down about fucking 18th, 19th, just avoiding relegation. Kenny Jackie, that is probably his first managerial job, I'd have thought, because he can't be that old. because he was manager of Wolves recently. Viali's quit from Chelsea. Shall I go for the Chelsea job? See if we can get that. They've got a fucking one. So he's quit as manager. Do you reckon he's still available as a player? He was player manager, I'm guessing, around then. Keane should be at Wolves. You reckon he should be at Wolves? I'll have a look. When he lets me click on the squads, I'll have a look. I know they've got Stevie Bull up front, that's for sure. He hasn't scored past me yet. I don't know if they had Dave Kelly. I think he'd gone. FA Challenge Cup. Is this the FA Cup? Why the fuck is it called the FA Challenge Cup? Is that the official name or something? Oh, God. Did Robbie Keane go to Leeds? Did he go to Leeds? Was he at Leeds when Robbie Fowler was there? And Robbie Fowler failed disastrously. So we'll look at Wolves. Oh, yeah, there he is. He's available for loan. He's actually not got bad statistics, to be honest. 17 years old, finishing 17, technique 16, pace 15, off the ball 16. There's no way the fucking Wolves will loan him to me, though. Add to shortlist. I might sign him when I get to the Prem. If we're locked down that long enough before, so I can get us to the Prem, because it might take a while. It's taking on average about 4 days to do a season. Reading, this should be cut and dry, but we never know with these sort of games. There could be a surprise. So we'll bring Murphy back in. Hamilton's suspended, so who are we going to bring in? I wish Sean Flynn was back. We're going to give Stacey Caldecott a game just because he's got Stacey in his name. And I did meet him the once at Alton Towers. He's a little midget. Taylor's out. So young Ryan Williams will start, and we'll bring Dean Jones on the bench, my other signing from this season. We're in the yellow and green this time. My shirt that I wore yesterday. I've got a reproduction, no smoking, fucking 1980s style top on today. Not a great start. 1-0 down in the first minute against 23rd in the league. Yeah, he definitely went to Coventry from Wolves. I remember that. Did old Robbie Keane. But I have a feeling he rocked up at Leeds at some point in his career. Fucking hell. How am I losing 2-0 to this bag of shite? So I'll win my first 2 games, draw against the Wolves, and now I'm going to lose to fucking badly to shitty Reading. Fucking 3-0 down in 13 minutes. Has everyone been on the piss the weekend, these lot? We're going to have to go 4-3-3 second half because I need to get some goals back against these. I should have left Matt Carbon in. Fucking Sean Murphy's done fucking awful. And he's just given away a fucking penalty, as I've said that. What an absolute wanker. I'll tell you what, if you could find them on this game, he'd be getting fined a fucking fortnight's wages for this performance. He's fucked up the penalty at least. So now I've got 10 men. I'm 3-0 down at half time. He is not fucking playing again this season, that wanker. I'll tell you that now. So, Caldecott's coming off. Young Dean's coming on. And we're going to go 4-3-2 because we need goals. So Sneaks is going to have to attack as well. Sent you a link out and Dana to highlights of Spurs leads. If you've got 2 screens, that one. Send or WhatsApp. Championship Manager 3. I've actually found that out in my shed because I was going to install that. This one, Steve. The blue cover. I was going to install that on my old Sony Vaio that I picked up my Windows 8 machine. Windows 98 machine, sorry. Get Zanetti from Inter. He will not fucking... He will not come to West Brom, that's for sure. We bought him from Leeds. And they're having fun. So he must have gone Inter, Leeds, Tottenham, Liverpool, Tottenham, and then America, then Villa. Right, well, I'm pissed off with that result. So fucking let's go and sort out Sean Murphy because he's fucking never playing for me again, the cunt. Was that when Leeds was splashing money on everyone that they hadn't fucking got? And then Michael Dewberry grasped on fucking Jonathan Woodgate and Lee Bowyer for fucking that attack or something. We're talking football here, Gernaldinho, so fucking Celtic don't really count because no one really fucking counts Scottish football today. Sean Flynn's back, so Ian Hamilton's back, so we can solid up our line up a bit here because fucking we've had to struggle a bit with the injuries that have come in recently. So, first of all, fucking Murphy, let's deal with that cunt. You are not playing a fucking game. You're done. Potter, he's at left back. Kilban. McDermott, your game fucking dropped for Sean Flynn. Ian Hamilton for Stacey Caldecott. So if we look at the tactics, that should be pretty much right now, back to what it was at the start of the season. Carbon and Marden, I might swap them around because he's... Let's just click on that Carbon. Normally it tells you what foot they are or something like that. Obviously not in this one. So I used to like having a right footer on the right side and a left footer on the left side. Don't ask me why. Don't know what sense that makes. Ian Moore. Isn't he a manager now, or I'm thinking of someone else? I'm thinking of Ronnie Moore, probably. I always used to, like the ones I used to play, like Kim Kallstrom was your man, or that Zola who was from Derby County. Cherno Samba, someone who I've actually met in real life. He was a fucking brilliant Champman player, never made it in real life. He used to play for a few teams locally, like Chasetown and stuff like that. But he used to have ridiculous goal-to-game ratios, he did. Sent you 2 links. Just saying. Let's see if I remember loaned him to Celtic. Fucking, he's been everywhere, isn't he, Keane? He always used to score against West Brom as well. Huddersfield, I don't think we did very well against Huddersfield the last time we played them, but hopefully we can get a result. As I say, if I can finish playoffs, that would be amazing. Well, that's a good start. Fucking, that's much better, isn't it? Put the first team out and we start getting some goals. So if you're in isolation, Steve, are you going to download one of these Champ Managers? Because I think if you go on the link that Lee Redfield, not Retro Game House, you've been game shared on Facebook a couple of days ago, you can download all of the Champ Managers. So you could probably get Champ Manager 3, and it works on DOS box, I think it's called. It's pretty easy to do. I wasn't sure I'd be able to do it on this Mac, but there was a link to show you how to do it. So you can all have your own games. I'm literally just playing this game whenever I'm on here, just for something to do. There'll be a social with everyone. I'll take any wins I can get at the moment, scrappy as they may be. A few yellow cards flying around. Well, one to my striker, who shouldn't be getting a fucking yellow card, really. Eric Edmondson. My favourite goals from the 90s are Tony Yeboah's 2 strikes. The one against Liverpool and the one against Wimbledon. Such unbelievable technique of striking. In fact, if you watch any of Tony Yeboah's goals, he's pretty much like Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. He didn't know how to tap him in. He could only score screamers. Oh, fuck's sake, we're going on a little blip again. We seem to do this. We go on a good run and then we lose a couple of games. So we'll bring the young kid off up front. I keep doing that. I don't know why it makes me go into here to do it. We'll bring on Quayle. Sneaks is on an 8, so he's not coming on. Hamilton's not playing well, so we'll swap him with Jones and then swap Jones and Sneaks around. The one against Liverpool is a straight up volley, but I think his technique for the chest, knee, and then strike to score against Wimbledon takes more technique and skill the way he brings the ball down. In fact, there used to be a video that was on YouTube that I used to watch with them goals to Babylon Zoo, Spaceman. Yeah, I think it's only the ones before Champman 3 you need to download the DOS box for, to be honest. But I've not even got a fucking disk drive in this because I've put a second hard drive in the laptop, so it's no longer got a CD-ROM drive, should I say. Oh, someone's had a sending off. That will do. Let's see if we can change our formation for the last 15. See if we can get the win. Why is Daryl Burgess taking the free kick? Right, so we're going to change our tactics. We're going to go 4-3-3 here. So we'll tuck Kilban and Flynn in and move them out wide eventually. But we're going to go and try and get the 3 points here with them down to 10 men. You've got to gamble a bit as a manager, haven't you? Could massively backfire and I'll lose to 10 men. But if I get the win, it'll be awesome. Fucking hell, just to say that. Should never really speak when doing a live stream of this fucking game, really. Because every time I say something, the opposite happens. They're fucking awful as well. I'm losing to teams down the bottom of the league and then I'm beating the ones in and around me. Can we get a last minute fucking equaliser? Not even going to create a chance. So that's a couple of poor results we've had there, back to back again. Man United shock defeat to Derby County. Will it let me click on it? Nope. So we're still 7th. Wolves have leapfrogged us now because they're not losing to shit teams like we are. I think we'll. Oh, Chelsea have appointed Keegan. He must be England manager as well at this point. I don't think he's got to go. Nigel Quasi, we signed him. He runs, you know, like goals or Power League or whatever you've got locally, like a football centre. He runs one in Halesowen because he played for West Brom and he met some tart from down Pensnet, left his missus and went with the tart, and he now runs the football centre up in Halesowen, and he was ex-Wolves as well. Seems an alright guy. I actually fucking held my kids football team presentation night at his. Can't think what it's called now, but yeah, there's a few ex-pros knocking in and around and living around the Dudley area and doing bits and pieces. Oh, you're on about the goal that never was at the Dell. That's because of how tight the fucking boards were to the back of the net, weren't they? I don't know how Mark Hughes used to keep getting managerial jobs. Obviously, he was an excellent player, but as a fucking manager, he was pretty much, other than at Wales, he was a non-entity, really. How he got the Man City job. Whew. So I'm going to have a look in the transfer market. Good, because he's fucking shit. He's never playing for the club again. Who was it who wiped out Pedro Mendes? Was it some Cunningham? And he absolutely flattened him when he played for Portsmouth. Like fucking proper knocked him the fuck out sort of thing. So we've got 1.5 million to spend. So we'll look at 2 mil. Transfer end of this. Transfer listed. Done. Then we have to go back in. Ronnie Allen. Rory Allen, sorry, Ronnie Allen used to play for the Albion. He's shit. I'm not signing him. Did he even ever play for Spurs? Stefan Honcho's a bloody good centre half to be up for sale, though. Creativity. His fucking heading and tackling stats are fucking awful for a centre half. He actually became a very good centre half. He obviously played for the fucking Lars Bohinen. Played for Liverpool after he played for Blackburn. Samansi Abu. He's shit. Mark Tinkler. Sure, he played for someone a little bit further up the divisions. Did he play for Charlton or something later on? Fucking Harkness. Look at his stats. Shit. There's no one any good up for sale. Let's see who's available on a free. Nicky Adams. Julian Allsop. If you search Julian Allsop at Cheltenham Town, there's a chant about him that goes, Julian Allsop, Julian Allsop, Julian Allsop. You're the one for me. And then they shout, you're beer drinking, you're chain smoking, and they go, you're banana, because apparently he stuck a banana up one of the youth team's arse. So look it up. It's one of the greatest football chants of all time. Why has he been released? He scored 3 goals in 16 as a kid. Ian Atkinson. Can I sort by position? Any position? I'll be here all fucking day looking through these. Paul Beasley, I remember him. Did he used to be Leeds? I don't need him. We'll move on. We'll play some games. We need to turn this around, though. I can't keep fucking losing. I'm not having the sack. My name's not Big Al. Ben Thatcher. I knew it was one of... He used to play for fucking Wimbledon, didn't he? I knew it was one of the thugs who used to play for Wimbledon. Who fucking absolutely... Hencho and Carlin centre halves. Fucking Hencho. I mean, I've got a load of centre halves. Unfortunately, most of them are shit. Carbon's not been playing brilliantly. Man City. We must be on the telly against Man City. These beat us last time because we looked at their side because fucking King Clatzy just runs the show, if I remember. He did last time. They must have fucking something that says just pass to King Clatzy. Where did he even go after Man City, King Clatzy? He must have gone back abroad because he didn't go to anyone else in England, did he? After this game, are we going to have a look at Division 2 as you requested? See who's in there. See what clubs are even still going. Some of them probably dropped down to non-league obscurity, I'm sure. Well, Stockport who are in my division, have fucking dropped down. I knew we was going to lose to fucking Man City. Free kick. King Clatzy, all I fucking see is his fucking name on here. He must have had fucking shares in the game. So let's look at our tactics. I'm going to bring Quayle on because I think he's probably a more experienced striker. Swap him round. Fuck off, you idiot. Be more solid. And then put Sneaks' run to there. Draw would be good. I won't lie. Fucking not being beat heavily would be good as well. Sign that player I just said. Which player was that? Al. Christian Ziegler. That's him. I'm just... Uwe Rosser, he scored past me last time as well. I don't know where Man City are in the league, but they should surely be fucking walking it with the side they've got. We've got a goal back. At least we're not going to fucking not score again. I think Quayley's going to have a little bit of a run in the fucking team. It's because I don't like him in real life because he was a bit of a knobhead. And he did fuck all with the Albion, really. This game is a little bit too limited, like you can't give players individual instructions and stuff, which is a shame. Bjorn Hedenstrom. I'll have a look. I'll see. I don't actually know his search player. So we've suffered another loss. That's 3 losses in a row. That's really not good enough. Player search. I'll transfer shortly. Nah, it doesn't let you put a name in, I don't think. Who did he play for, Al? Do we have a clue? Should be for Orient. Okay, right. Well, we'll go and look at League 2 now. So that Orient might be in League 2. View tables. Next table. So we've got Southend at top, Blackpool, Luton, Plymouth, Gillingham, Wrexham are non-league now. Bristol Rovers, that's Gashead Steve's side. Oldham Athletic, Wigan, Walsall, Burnley, who Prem, Fulham, they were League 1, Division 1, sorry. Preston, Grimsby, Chesterfield, they've disappeared now, haven't they, if I'm correct? Bristol City, Millwall, Carlisle, Brentford, Watford who's at Watford? Gifton Noel Williams, he used to be a great player on the old champ managers. Not doing that bad now. He's a 1 in 3. Ronnie Rosenthal. There's an ex-Spurs. Look at that goal record there for Spurs. Fucking hell, he banged them in. Who else have they got? I was hoping. That's Paul Robinson, who played for the Albion later in his career. He was a good left back as well, to be honest, at the Albion. He used to become a really good player on the later Champmans, actually. Robert Page, he was not a bad centre-half either on the old champ managers. What's he got? Strength, tackling. You know what? We might approach Dubai. Cheeky little bit. I'll never offer anyone what they want. They can all fuck off. They can have a little bit less. I'd be happy. Tommy Mooney. Chris Day, didn't he play for Tottenham as well? Yeah, he did. He was a bit shit though, I think. Alex Chamberlain, he used to be a good goalkeeper as well. In fact, he's not got bad. He's got a few good 20 stats there. Robert Page, Welsh legend. Who's a legend? Which player were you saying was a legend? Ronnie Rosenthal with Bournemouth. So that rounds up League 2. We'll have a look at, before the end of the 90 minutes, we'll have a look at League 3 as well, Division 3. But we, as West Brom, we need to turn it round. I've not won a game since Carbon's got to start, so I might bring Raven back into the fold because he did used to play at the beginning of the season. And that's pretty much all I want to change up. So hopefully we can have a nice little run of games now that aren't so challenging. Then again, I've been losing to the shit teams as well. That's who he went to in real life. That's that, not Robert Page. So I was thinking of Robert Taylor then. I bet you fucking Wolves signing the bastards because I've put an offer in. Go to Orient. We'll go to Orient when we look at Division 3. We're doing very pleased with the overall league front. Well, success comes at a cost, and if it's £67,000, don't fucking worry about it. They didn't want it. He can get to Wolves. I'm not paying over the odds for a player. Again, Roy Evans. Nigel Spackman, is it? Sheffield United manager. Alvin Martin, never heard of him. Steve Parkin is the Mansfield manager. He will save your season. Who is he? I've never heard of him. The only person I remember at Leighton Orient is that manager, John Sitton. He's fucking brilliant. Bring your fucking dinner. You'll need it. Oh, great. FA Cup. and I've got fucking Wimbledon. So I'm going to put my reserves out because we're going to lose anyway, so I don't want it to affect my first team morale. That's my theory. So we're going to put a few of the duffers in. Not too many. I'm not going to take the piss. But I am going to rest a few, that's for sure. I'll give Mickey Evans a game. Oh, I'm allowed to select 16. So we can have... So we've put our reserves out against fucking Wimbledon, and we're going to get an absolute fucking tatering, as you can tell, because Wimbledon are like second or third in the fucking Prem. And I imagine they got a very good side, but they've got Oliver Bierhoff up front for a start, so he's no match for Paul Crichton. You must be older than me then, fucking Griffo, because I don't remember him playing for West Ham. Not that I follow West Ham profusely either. We're actually not doing that bad. I went there, we're 1-0 down, but we're actually creating a few chances. Everyone's screaming to buy Page. He'll go to Wolves. Wolves can pay him more than me as well. Carl Hutchins. Oh, Carl Hutchins. If I go to Leyton Orient and this fucking player's not here, Al, you're banned from all streams. The young kid scored the old fullback, Hoa Hing, who I signed at the beginning of the season on a free transfer from PSV Eindhoven. He might have done himself to get a little nod. A little bit of a first team run. I really could do without this going to a replay. I'm not interested in a cup run at all. Not at all. I want to concentrate on the league. Oh, you're about my age then. I didn't used to. You got to remember, in the 90s, I didn't follow Premiership football that heavily because I was a West Brom fan. I did used to like Spurs just because I liked Ian Walker, but that was it. But England and fucking West Brom were the only two fixtures I really used to pay attention to. If I lose 3-2, that won't affect my morale too much. Fucking Ravens got injured. Matt Carvin. Dean Bennett can make his fucking Albion debut at the age of 30 for Ian Hamilton. I really don't want to replay out of this. To be honest, that's not a bad result, all things considering, because I'm pretty sure Wimbledon are doing really well in the Prem. I mean, they got Oliver Bierhoff, Marcus Gale, Efan Akoku, Jason Ewell, Kenny Cunningham and Carl Coulter on the bench. Oleg Luzhny, he went to Arsenal, didn't he? Neil Sullivan, Alan Kimball, he was a bit of a thug if I remember. Right, so we're going to look at Leyton Orient now because Alan wants me to look at this legend. If he's got shit stats, I'm going to be fuming. Is he a striker? Because I don't need a striker. Oh, well, I could probably do with improving my midfield, but I'm a little bit reluctant to get rid of Richard Sneakers because one, he's a legend, and two, he's on the thumbnail today. Centre back, centre midfielder. Yes, that wasn't a bad result, all things considered. So we're looking at squads. Leyton Orient, Alan says. There we go. Him here. Him who's wanted. He's not got bad stats, actually. What's his contract? He's only on £1,000. We'll look to buy. We'll look to buy. Fucking hell, I'm not even allowed to put a bid in for him. I'll add him to my shortlist, Al. It's the best I can do. It's the best I can do. Is there anyone else worth stealing from? Offer for him, I'll just have Al. What am I doing? Yeah, look. Illustrator, buy options, approach to buy, Leighton oriented your approach. He is not for sale at any price. He must be that good, Al. They won't even fucking let me buy him. Right, I need to go into my squad because I messed that about massively then. So Miller's back in goal. He can stay at left back. Kilban's left midfield. My right back. You know what? He can stay at right back. We'll put Burgess in at centre half with Marden. Bennett, you can't play. Caldecott, you can't play. But there was sneaks now. Let me just check my tactics. That looks pretty much right to me now. So hopefully that not bad result against Wimbledon might be a little turning point for us. Oh, they're not going to fucking loan him me if they don't even want to sell him me, am they? Trevor Francis has been sacked as Blues manager. Steve will be pleased about that. See, I knew he'd get to Wolves. There's no good. See, they've got bigger financial clout than me at this time currently. So there's no point even getting involved. Barcelona. Super Cup. European Super Cup. What the fuck is that? You need a new goalkeeper. Alan, I'm going to fucking kick you out the stream in a minute. Alan Miller is a ledge. He's actually quite good on this. It's probably more my defence is fucking not the best. But until I can shift some centre-halves, I'm not willing to bring any in. I've got 2 transfer listed. Ravens transfer listed. Oh, and I sold Paul Holmes, didn't I? Click on Barca. Griffo, you need to be quicker than that. You need to say that straight away so then I can fucking do it. Oh, there should be a second leg coming up though, I'm guessing. I'm imagining Barca have got I bet they've got Stoichkov and everyone, maybe Romario as well back then. We seem to be playing a little bit better this game, that's for sure. Getting a few more chances. Kilban's seen a lot of the ball. He's my creative outlook, really. Maybe I could look at buying a new right winger. I did look at one before, though, and there wasn't many about. Rivaldo. Would Rivaldo even be there, or would he be at Real Betis? Wasn't he at Real Betis for a bit, Rivaldo? Neil the top time. Richard Wright, he used to be quite a good goalkeeper until David Johnson, he used to bang in a lot of goals as well on the old Championship. Tony Mowbray managed the Albion to some success. I think he'd still be at Betis, wouldn't he, Rivaldo? It's a shame you can't put a name in the search engine to find him. You're going to tell me to buy Richard Wright, was ya? I'm going to buy Eric Torsvet, apply for the Blues job and take them down. I think they're pretty much doing that themselves. We're gonna bring Andy Hunt off because he's got a yellow card. No, we'll put Williams on. I prefer Williams. He seems to know where the back of the net is a little bit better than Dean Jones. Who scored that? Is that Johnson? No, Scrowcroft. His name rings a bell as well. He's probably played in the Prem at some point. We can't buy a win currently. This stream started really well with 2 emphatic victories, and now we can't fucking buy a win. Might need to look into a formation change. Denilson was Betis, Rivaldo was Deportivo. Yeah, I don't think he'd be he was at Barca in 99. I don't think he'd be there now. Rivaldo was probably lying on the floor by the corner flag at this point in his career. In fact, that was much later in his career, but that makes it even more embarrassing for him when that ball was kicked at him. Fucking hell. So, let's sacrifice Sneaks or Hamilton. Sneaks or Hamilton. Hamilton. I'm sure I just fucking... Why is it not letting me make a substitution? Ian Hamilton for Dean Jones. Ian Hamilton for Dean Jones. Not letting me do it. West Brom tactics. Ian Hamilton for Dean Jones. Fuck off then. Looks like I'm not changing anything. He'd have scored as well, Dean Jones, if he'd have let me put on. Are you a closet Leyton Orient fan, Al? Because you seem to be a bit obsessed with him. Would it have been Van Gaal back then, or I'm trying to think who else it could have been. Wouldn't have been Johan Cruyff then, would he? We're slipping down the division now. We certainly need to look at players. Ian Moore, that's who Steve was on about, I think. Why are they selling a player who's scored fucking 5 goals this season? Oh, that's contracts up at the end of the season, that's why. Stefan Everson's up for sale. You can have $1 million, Al. I'll give you $1 million for Stefan Everson. Jason Yule's up for sale. What? Got to put in Frandy Cole. Fuck me. Forget these 2. I'll sell all my strikers. Lars Bohinen. He's played every game this season. Why are they selling him? I can't understand that unless he's asked for a transfer. Oh, you started managing Orient on Premier Manager 99. Is that after you had the sack from Thingy? Exeter. Is that the same save? We got Bob Taylor back from his hip injury. Glasgow Celtic are after Andy Cole as well. Oh, fuck off. This has been a very, very poor run of fixtures for us. Dave Bassett, Harry Bassett's gone to be in charge of Blues. He'll turn things around. So he's got a choice. He can come to West Brom or Celtic. I have a feeling I might not win that. Spurs haven't got back to me about the £1 million I've offered them for Everson. They're obviously contemplating it. What a bastard. So Cole's gone to Glasgow Celtic, so he didn't want to play football the rest of his career. He's decided to go to fucking Scotland instead of come to the Albion. We got Middlesbrough. If ever there was a time I needed to turn it round, it's going to be now, innit? We'll bring in Raven. What's his fitness like? Yeah, physical condition. Bob Taylor back in. Let's look at the tactics. Let's go to a more flat 4-4-2. Let's not push the fullbacks on. And Hamilton suspended, so Paul Butler. Yeah, let's do it. Did you go to the O's Cup final, Rob? When was that? What fucking... Oh, God almighty. Can I not get a fucking decent fucking run of fixtures so I'm not fucking keep losing every game? This is going to be a 4-game loss, man. The board will be calling for my fucking head. And the fans. Sorry, I just clicked on that then while I was reading comments. The FA Trophy. Where are Orient now? They're non-league, ain't they? Are they fucking Barry Hearn? Was he like chairman of them and caused like a bit of shit? Or was that like long ago that Barry Hearn was chairman? 1-1 at half time. That's not bad. It could be a lot worse. We've only got another 23 minutes of this stream. It's gone quite quick today, actually. I don't know if it's because I'm concentrating or I'm losing, or I'm getting a little bit more used to reading out the comments on this stream, because I don't have to do it on the other one because I can highlight them. Be nice to nick a win against Borough, because that would really be a good result. They're non-league now, aren't they? Are they just the first tier of non-league, or have they gone down even further? Because wasn't they trying to get the fucking ground that West Ham have got now? Wasn't they putting in for fuck's sake, the Olympic Stadium? Mikael Becky scored past me last time. And I think Alan Armstrong did. Right, we're going to have to look at a formation change. The trouble is I've got quite a weak midfield, but I think I know what I might do. I think I might go for a 4-2-3-1, which is my preferred formation on the later Champmans, but I'm not sure how it'll work there. Or a 4-5-1, as you might know it as. Is there even a 4-5-1 on here? Yeah, there is. So what we need to do, trouble is I've got to have one up front there and one in midfield. So I'll swap Taylor. I think I'm going to play it more like that. So Ian Hamilton will come into there later. So we need another centre midfielder or attacking midfielder. I think probably Jones is going to be my best option for now. Who's the yo-yo team? Is that Orient you're talking about? Keith O'Neill signs for, I've never fucking heard of him, from Norwich. It's hard to get out in non-league now, man, because there's that many teams coming up in non-league who are having more finances. Great, so we got McDermott out, so that means I'll have to mess about with that. Portsmouth have appointed Trevor Francis, so at least he's back in employment. So you two, you both support Spurs, and then you both like Leyton Orient. So that they like similar places in London, then, are they? Because I don't know. London's just London to me. Obviously, you got Crystal Palace, QPR, West Ham, Tottenham, Arsenal. Can't think of any more off the top of my head. Obviously, Leyton Orient, Millwall, Brentford, or Barnet. Barnet are in London, aren't they? Barcelona. Is Griffo still here, or is he gone? He doesn't. Oh, it does. Here we go. Victor Boyer, Michael Reisiger, Alberto Ferreira, Winston Bogard, Conto, Miguel Nadal. He used to be a fucking great player on Premier Manager. Guardiola, Luis Figo, Rivaldo is there. Apparently, it's saying he started his career there. Well, I don't think he did. He obviously played for someone else before then. Rui Costa, Brian Laudrup, Luis Enrique, Emmanuel Amaniki. I remember him. Robert Perez, they've signed. Who they signed him from? FC Metz. Stoichkov, Javino. I don't know who he is. Sonny Anderson. And that Pizzi I remember as well. All Londoners are Cockney. Rafa Nadal's uncle, that's correct. He used to be available on a free on the Premier Manager 98 on the PS1. Sol Campbell's left Tottenham, but at least he's gone to Man United, not Arsenal, which broke Alan's heart. I'm sure it did back in the day. We're going to try and get maybe 3 more games in. I could do with winning one, though, because I think I've lost 5 games or 4 games on the bounce now. We're really struggling. We've changed the formation. Brighton and Hove Albion have approached for Robbie Keane on loan. Accepted. This is where Al writes in the comments going, try and loan him, try and loan him. Man, all the Spanish teams are signing on. Very pleased. Last month's profit. See, we made profit last month. I bet they're happy now. Didn't have to pay no win bonuses, did they? Stockport, 12 versus 6. We've dropped right the way down the league. McDermott suspended, so McDermott's playing right back, so we need Burgess in at right back. Centre half. Paul Marden. Marden's not even playing. Why is Marden not playing? Raven Marden. Swap in with Carbon. Check the tactics. What's quite insulting? It's only like you lot fucking calling me a brummie. Sonny Anderson, yeah, he was another one you could sign on the old Premiership managers. Did he go to Bayern Munich or did he come from Bayern Munich? I want to say he went. Who was that? Who was injured then? Oh, fuck's sake. Whoever it is, they can play on a bit until I find out who it was who was injured. Modern handball. There's always a fucking handball every game. It's going to take us a bit to get used to this new formation, I'd have thought. I just want to try and stop us conceding goals and maybe dominate the midfield a bit. Oh, we've got a goal. We've got a goal. We're winning. Seems so long since we've been in a winning position in a game, to be fair, because we have really been struggling the last month or so on the game, not a month ago in time. We're not playing exceptionally well. The young kid at fullback is, though. So we'll carry on second half. Why has Kilban fucking pulled the goalkeeper to the ground? What a fucking knobhead. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Sonny Anderson. Get Alan to Google it. He'll fucking look it up. He'll tell you the guy's whole life. Stuff Alan Googles, though, it does worry me. No, we don't want to do that. Forget that. Undo that change. Bring off Hunt for Bob Taylor. Then we don't need to push them on so much. Don't need... Oh, fuck me, idiot. We can be a little bit more reserved later in the game. I'm still not sure if them pictures are photoshopped or not. You know, the ones you sent me last night. I'm undecided. Fucking Stockport back in here. Come on, Albion. Let's get one. Let's get another goal. So we've stopped the rot at least. We've drew a game. At least we've not lost. Miller's got man of the match. So we're going to give this formation a go for at least a month. See how it goes. Yeah, Alan's search engine would be very, very disturbing, I imagine. The Gebs would feature highly in it. He left Barca and went to Lyon, then Villarreal. Who did he play for before Barca? They're satisfied with my current league position. It should be. Normally get relegated. Uncle Roy has got manager of the month for Blackburn. Brian Robson for Middlesbrough. That Martin again. And Roy Hodgson's brother has got manager of the month, David Hodgson. He's not really. I've just made that fucking up. Plays for clubs I've never heard of. Monaco. You've got to have heard of Monaco. It's where they have the Grand Prix. Oh, you mean later in his career? Probably got some payday out in fucking Japan or somewhere like that. Fucking hell, another injury. So Robbie Keane's gone on loan to Brighton and Hove Albion. And we've managed to stop the rot with a draw at least against Stockport County. Oh, they're a fucking, what's it called? Saudi Arabian side, they are. Both of them are fucking Saudi Arabian sides. I remember when Saudi Arabian players weren't allowed to play outside Saudi Arabia, except for one who went to Wolverhampton Wanderers called Sami Al-Jaber. He got permission. He was like the prince's son or something like that. He got permission to play outside. So we got to stick Crichton in goal, which worries me massively. Graham Potter's going to have to come back in at left back because the kid's got a suspension. And we've got Bradford away. He was at Bayern before. I knew Sonny Anderson had played at Bayern at some point in his career. I remembered that. Who was that dirty fucker who was at Bayern? Stefan Effenberg. Remember Stefan Effenberg? Horrible bastard he was. Jones has scored. Oh, that's that young kid who I've got playing centre midfield. Was Dean Jones, who I signed earlier in the season. We seem to be playing better this game. Certainly, we're winning again. Oh, fuck me. Dane, do not fucking speak. Every time you speak, whatever you say goes the fucking opposite too. I am worried about having Crichton in goal though, because he was absolute dog shit in real life. Oh, fuck's sake. Crichton is shit. He'd said that he'd fucked someone up there. Pisses me off putting that fucking goalkeeper in. This is worrying times. I could be getting the sack here, boys. I won't lie. I, for some reason, also thought Sonny Anderson had played for Bayern Munich at some point in his career. Perhaps he edited it himself because he didn't want to remember playing for Bayern Munich. So, another loss. Really, really worrying times at the club. Wouldn't it be fucking terrible if I got the sack and had to go and manage Leyton Orient or someone like that to try and rebuild my reputation? Chris Wilder, he manages. Who does he manage now? Is Chris Wilder the manager of Sheffield United? So both them two were just fucking injured and out for that game. No, we'll save when we've finished. We've got 6 minutes. We're going to try and get one more game in. I would like to end it with a win. I don't like to end it with a loss. And we will look at Division 3 before we go, because Big Game Al wants to know how Orient are doing. Because he knows Spurs are doing shit. Portsmouth, we've got a chance here, boys. We've got a chance to record a victory. Who's me right back? McDermott's back. Darryl Burgess in at centre half. Swapping with Marden. Let's get a win in our last game then, boys, so we can at least kick off tomorrow at 12 again. Fuck sake. Miller had no chance. To say we started so well with 2 really easy wins, we've gone on a terrible run, absolute terrible run. Come on, Alvin, that's an own goal. That's the sort of luck we need. We need some luck. Yeah, a lot of free kicks. We don't ever seem to fucking score them. Get in, come on. This is better. Let's get some goals. Richard sneaks. We're not playing well though, boys. I will admit this. This formation, I'm not sure, but we're playing well. We're not playing well, but we're winning, sorry. Which sometimes is all that matters. Alan is the king of Wikipedia. I want to make a sub. Let me press to make a sub. Oh, you bastard. So we're going to bring Bob Taro. We're going to move the formation. We're going to finish up with 2 up top. We've injured someone, so that's a good start as well. There was Giovanni Dos Santos who played for Spurs as well, weren't he, at Barcelona? The kid with the like afro-y fucking permed hair. He was a Mexican though, I think. Oh, we've got to win, boys. We've ended that terrible fucking run. Real bad losing run. To get a 2-1 win against Portsmouth. I'm not sure I'm going to carry on with that formation, to be honest. I'm not too keen on it in this game. So we will look. View tables. Alan wants to look at Division 3. So we've got Darlington atop, Hull a second. Fucking Darlington are running away with it. How has he not been winning Manager of the Month and the Hull manager has? What the fuck's that all about? Leyton Orient are in third. They seem to have lost a few games. Then you've got Peterborough, Colchester, Chester, Scunthorpe, Rotherham, Notts County are now a non-league side. You've got Mansfield, 2 ex-Premiership, well, 1 current and 1 ex-Premiership side, Swansea and Brighton. Lincoln, Rochdale, Shrewsbury, Exeter, Scarborough, Cambridge United, Cardiff, former Premiership side, Hartlepool are struggling down there, Barnet are struggling, Torquay, Macclesfield and Doncaster look like they could be going out of the division. Nobody. I know. I was thinking of Mark Pemberton then, but it's not. It's someone completely different. Is that Stephen Ireland though? It can't be Stephen Ireland. No, it's not. Yeah, Donny looked like they could be going. But as I say, there's a few teams who've had a flirt with the Premiership who are down there at the moment. And so you got Cardiff, fucking dickhead. You got Cardiff on the last page, Brighton, Swansea. They've all had a little bit of a flirt. Hull, obviously, Hull have been in the Premiership as well. So there's 4 future Premiership teams that are down in Division 3 at the moment. So anyway, we're at the 90-minute mark. We will just check where I am in the division. I'm 11th on 50 points. We've had a horrible run today. Let's have a look at the fixtures. Where did we start? Previous screen. So we started with, was it Crewe? We beat Stoke, drew to Wolves, and then we lost to Reading, who were bottom but one, lost to Huddersfield, lost to Man City, lost to Wimbledon in the Cup, which wasn't a bad game. Then we lost to Ipswich, Middlesbrough, drew with Stockport, lost to Bradford, and then we've just got that win. So we've got left 2, 4, 6, 8, 11. Next screen. We've got about 15 games left of the season. I'm going to try and get that done. So we might play a little bit longer tomorrow. We might go into fucking extra time tomorrow to get this season done in the 4 days. And obviously I will then do pre-season myself offline, and we'll join in after that pre-season and see who I bought in and what I've done. So thanks all for watching. Hope you've been entertained, and I'll see you all at 8 o'clock tonight with my live stream, and I've got 2 more guests. So again, thanks for watching. I've just got to do a save because I have to do the save on here first before I can exit the stream. But so start tomorrow playing Carls. What team was that? Sorry, I didn't look. Is that Nottingham Forest? I'll send the link out in the group tonight for my live stream. So that's it. That's me done. I'll see you all later. Take it easy.